This is how I'm playing my 2023 Cyber Dragons. Let's get it cracking, y'all. Alright, we're going to get right into it. This is the side deck, of course, with the ashes. That's the extra deck, of course, with the Almirage, because you know if you know. Alright, we got the one OG Cyber Dragon. We go first, so we don't play machine dupe in this build, so we just play the one, because it's searchable. And if we lose the dice roll, you know, we're going to need to see them. We got the hers, helpful for combos. This is what you search to your hand if you already have a Galaxy Soldier in your Cyber Core play. Speaking of your Cyber Dragon Core, we play the 3 cores. Very, very light Cyber Dragon package. You guys are going to be wondering why. But if you've seen the combo, if you're coming here from the combo, thank you very much. But yeah, so if you've seen the combo, you don't even need these two. But this is the Cyber Dragon deck, so we're going to include them. Alright, we got the 3 Cyber Emergency. That's basically your 4th, 5th, and 6th core. Or whatever else you need. You got your Repair Plant. This is basically why you're doing the whole core play in the first place. If they end up interrupting, a lot of people say, well, if they ash your core, you're kind of screwed. Or if they try to interrupt Gamma. Basically, they think if they screw over your core play, you play Sprights because of that. And if they ever try to ash your core, then you just go into your Spright plays. So it's not that bad, alright? Often what I like to do, if I get Repair Plant and I already have one of my Galaxy Soldiers in my hand, I will search out my Jizukiro. So, in total, this is everything that has to do with your Cyber Dragon engine in the main deck. It's not that big, it's not that hefty. Everything has its role to play. Alright, so that's it for the Cyber Dragons. Next up, we're going to get on to the Therions. Just a very small Therion package in this build. We got the 2 Therion King Regulus. And we got 2 Therion Disc Coliseum. Just 2 and 2. You can up this to 3 if you're trying to get into that combo line. But the whole point of this deck isn't just that one specific combo line. So you don't want to actually clog your hands too much with your Therions. Next up, we have your ABCs. So we got 2 A's. The only difference I would make between this and an ABC deck at the moment is maybe take out your Cyber Dragon and your hers, your Cyber Dragon OG and your Cyber Dragon hers, and throw in another B and maybe even a second driver just in case you draw it. Or a 3rd unauthorized reactivation. But for now, we'll just keep this at 2 apiece with the 1 driver and the 3 Union Hanger. Now with this, you also play 1 Terraforming and 1 Set Rotation because you do play Therion Disc Coliseum. And that's it for your ABC part of the deck. Nothing's too big. Nothing dominates the other. It all flows super smoothly together. Unfortunately, this is Spright Blue. I still have yet to get my Spright Blue. But I do have everything else that I need. So you got your blue, your jet, your carrot, your red, your starter, and your smashers. Smashers is clutch in this because working with Therions, you can banish your Therion field spell to special summon your Therion monster. So you can add more negates, more bodies, you can push for game. That's it for your Spright engine. Next up, we got the 2 unauthorized reactivation. You can actually use this to equip a driver to your core. So if they ever stop your core, like they ash your core play, like I was saying earlier, you could go into Spright. You can also unauthorized reactivation your driver, and then activate driver to banish to get a B, so you can at least get into a platinum gadget. If you have a C in your hand, then you Platinum Gadget effect to get your C, then you link that off into, let's say, a Sprint, and then C will special the A that you add to your hand from B being sent, and you get to your ABC that way as well. So it's not that bad. Unauthorized reactivation is really clutch in this deck. We play 1 Triple Tactics Talent and 1 Solemn Judgment. Good for going first, obviously. And we got the Ghost Rare. Shout out to my brother in the sky, Liam. Always repping ABCs proudly for you, brother. And 1 Triple Tactics Talents. If I had 2, I don't even know if I would play 2. Maybe. I might play 2. But I do like just having the 1. It's never cloggy, like you never draw 2, obviously. And with cards that you can really only use once per turn, I'm not a fan of teching too many of those in. Because, it takes away from the main engine. And then we play the 3 Infinite Impermanences. I was thinking, what could this be? Could this be a floodgate? Basically, this just works very well going first or second. You never know if you're going to win or lose die roll. So it's just good to be versatile, you know? Very versatile. That's what this deck is. If this deck is forced to go second, well, it plays Cyber Dragons. So you don't want to see us go second. We can contact fuse your field out. Speaking of, we will get right into that extra deck right now, because we don't want to make this too long. You guys already know the majority of it. A lot of you guys are coming over from the other videos, the combo videos, and last year's updates. So let's get into it. We got the Almirage. That's our buddy. We got Platinum Gadget. We're never cutting ya. We got IP Masquerena. Gorgeous. Going there every game. Lina. Why not? This is optional, but it's also like, of course, why not? Everybody has lights in their deck, and your deck is all lights. You can make her very easy, and then go into a Sprint. 1 Sprint. We got 1 Unicorn. Of course, with the IP, shuffle that stuff back. We got 1 Underworld Goddess of the Closed World. We clutch so many games with her. And that is it for your links. So, we got just the 7 links. On to your XYZs. You got the 1 Nova, of course. The 1 Infinity. Always clutch. Stealing your opponent's monsters when they leave them face up and attack. We got 1 Gigantic Spright. 1 Zeus. And then that is it for the XYZs. We are down to our last 4. We have your 2 ABC Dragon Busters. And then, of course, these 2 MVPs. Nobody ever sees you guys coming. And when they do, it's already too late. Especially if they're playing some techs like Infinity and Zeus in their deck. They don't know. They don't know. Alright. So that's it for the extra deck. 15 extra. You got 4 Fusion, 4 XYZ, and 7 Link. Alright. Last but not least, we got the side deck, and I'll explain a little bit why Ash branded. Other than that, it doesn't stop enough. I don't think. It stops the same amount as Imperm would, I believe. Just let them search what they're going to search, and then we'll just negate it once it hits the field. But yes, this completely kills branded, so we have to. If it's an auto win against the deck, and it's good against 90% of every other deck, it's in the side deck. Speaking of Ghost Bell, not quite an auto win, but it helps you definitely push graveyard deck strategies down the drain. We got the Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries. So people think that they're being clever now online because they know what I'm playing, and they are playing Cyber Dragons in their decks and their extra decks. So that's okay. I know your lines of play and what you need. Also, we main deck Sprites. And as long as Sprites are meta, and I feel like we have a good chance of facing them at locals, I'm going to throw Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries in. And you know you're going to see them in any tournament. So, in this build, definitely side the Ghost Reapers. Alright, we got 2 Nibiru. Of course. We don't want to main deck them, but you could. It's a light, so with your Galaxy Soldiers, you can ditch if you really need to. Another option I'm trying to work out is how to fit bystials into this build. Speaking of banishing, we got not 1, but 2 Chaos Hunters, just until Cash is out of this format. I misspoke, I guess, in my last video. I said that you could use this against decks that banish, and I listed Floowandereeze. Floowandereeze doesn't special summon, so you have to wait until your opponent special summons a monster. And I just wasn't thinking, I was just thinking about banish. But yeah, that is true. Somebody pointed it out in the comments. Thank you. Thank you, my G. I appreciate you. Yeah, so they normal summon a million times a turn. They don't actually end up special summoning. But Chaos Hunter is great against Runic. They special summon their Hugin, you Chaos Hunter. And then, of course, Kashtira, etc. So that's it for the monsters. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. The last 5 cards, we got the Harpy's Feathers Duster. I made this last night, and I'm rushing to get this done before work. I got to work in half an hour, so I'm just trying to see how many cards were left. We got the 2 anti-spells, of course, and the 2 evenlies. I should have known. I always play these. So the 2 anti-spells, you can even main them just for some extra spice. Nobody will ever really see that coming with this deck. The 2 evenlies, of course, for being forced to go second. And the Harpy's Feather Duster for that back row height. We do need our normal summon in this deck, so I don't wish to play Danko in this build. Even though it is a light, it's a nice level 4. We prefer light level 2 because we are playing the Spright package. So if you guys enjoyed, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright, peace.